It was a late night for the Lady Flames in Conway, South Carolina, coming back to Lynchburg, but well worth it. They come back with a win, 65-63 over Coastal Carolina, joined now by the head coach of the Liberty Lady Flames, Kerry Green. And that's now 45 straight against the Chanticleers, going back to 1996. One of the more impressive streaks in all of college basketball, really. But you guys were challenged last night. You were down 9 at halftime. How'd your team grit it out?
Well, we actually played very good in that third quarter and just chipped away at it and didn't come quick and easy, and gained a lot of confidence. We won the first quarter, but second quarter they shot the ball really well, and in fact they hit a three-pointer at probably a 30-footer at the buzzer to put us down 9 at the half, and we just gained some confidence, and very pleased and very proud of the heart of this team. They've got heart of a champion of line, and they just really fought back, and we were very fortunate to hang on. We missed a few free throws down the end that could have came back and harmed us, but did a lot of things in the in the third and fourth quarter to seal the victory.
Yeah, Michaela Sanders knocked down those 2 free throws there at the end to kind of seal things up. But Catherine Carney last night, 16 points, 11 boards. Kaylin Adams, career high, 16 rebounds as well. But then a couple of plays right before halftime with Carney getting a 3-point play, and then with Michaela Sanders knocking down a really deep 3. How big were those 2 plays?
Well, when you're going to have a close game like that, everything counts. And, those 2 post players, they played big. I mean, with that many rebounds, Caitlin Adams, 16 boards, and 10 of them was on offense. She was just a beast doing that. And Catherine was being very productive, and she makes her points from a free throw line as well. And Sanders hitting that long 3. She had about a 28-footer. We're talking about Coastal hitting about a 30-footer. She just made a long 3 right before that to cut it to 6, and then they matched it with another 3. And I'd like to bring up Jordan Woods. She came in off the bench, and we got 13 points off the bench, and she was very effective. In fact, she had her career high of 7 points. And when you win by 2, everything counts. The 2 free throws that Leatherwood made. And you have Jordan playing very well. So our bench was very instrumental in our win as well.
Sedalia Ellis also had a big second half as well, had 10 points in that second half. What got her going?
Well, I think her defense sort of sparked us. We made a few shots. We chipped into the lead, and then I think we had 2 transition real quick steals and scores, and she was involved in that. She had a steal at half court, and so it was her aggressiveness both offensively and defensively, and coming up with some steals and quick transition. So she sort of sparked us. There's no question. We were sort of straight up playing with a lot of energy, but she gave us a little extra spark from the defensive end.
Your team now 6-2 in Big South play, and then a 5-way tie for first as we conduct this interview. How do you feel about where the team is right now?
Well, I'd like to be on top, but we're 6-2, and considering the things we're going through, every team has to go through it. So I'm not really whining or crying about it, but there's adversity from just injuries. We've had 3 with knee injuries, and 1 out for the season with surgery. We're hopefully to get 2 back, but they're already set back, and we'll get them 100%. I don't know. They've got to fight through some things, and one of those is Ashley Reininger, and Ashley has led us in scoring and rebounding, and was an academic All-American, very smart player with high basketball IQ. We'd like to have her back. But most recently, Nick, we've been dealing with strep throat and pink eye. It's just crazy stuff. One individual has had pink eye twice and couldn't shake it. And then we've had about 8 to 10 players and staff members. They're coming down with the strep as we speak. I got a text earlier today. Another one it's shown up the second time. We've had 3 players that has shaken it or think they've shaken it, and then 2 weeks later it comes back. So seems to be very contagious, obviously, and but low grade, and they just start feeling bad, and once they get tested, it's something we're trying to shake, and sort of crazy. Last Saturday after the game, the entire staff and coaches, the coaching staff and players were swabbed to test for it, and we picked up one or two more then, and just trying to knock this out. But it's been something that's just hindering like a piece of sand in the eye. We just cannot shake it and be really healthy. But as I said, a lot of teams have to go through things like that.
Well, hopefully the snowfall that's coming in will kind of wipe out some of the germs and all that stuff that's causing that. But it might wipe out a game as well. Hopefully not. But you're scheduled to go to Longwood coming up here this weekend. Tell us a little bit about the Lancers.
Well, they've gone through their injuries as well. They've had 2 or 3 girls out with knee injuries, and recent game I think they were back in the lineup and actually had some playing time. So it's a typical Liberty and Longwood game. It's rivals, and we're not too far apart. I hope we can get the game in. Last year, I think it was a 65-60 game. We really had to fight hard for that win there. They're going to be ready for us. They've picked up a couple quality wins, and it's still early, and now they're starting to get their people back. So I think it'll be big challenges, and who knows when the game's going to be played. It's scheduled for a 2 o'clock Saturday. We may be playing at 8 o'clock Saturday night, or even on a Sunday, and then turn around and have a home game on Tuesday. So it's a small window, a lot of games, and who knows when we're going to play that first one, the Longwood game.
13 straight wins against the Lancers. Lady Flames open for a chance for number 14 coming up this weekend. Coach, appreciate the time. Safe travels.
Thank you.
That's the head coach of the Liberty Lady Flames, Kerry Cream. My name is Nick Pierce for the Liberty Flames Sports Network.